welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. It's the Clash, and it's the heat race first. Ooh, we got trouble already behind him, I think. So the heat race practice session is underway here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. There's Redford around the outside. Oh, there's Legger around down the back straight over there. Talon Smith looks like he's going to be coming to pit road. Lewis up there as well. Matthew White, not supposed to be here, neither is Brandon Redford. And there goes the 7. I think he's going to be in the wall just a little bit. Here comes the 47 of Brandon Redford down pit road. So once again, we welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. This is the Clash from Bristol Dirt. Talon Smith so far, top of the board. There is Lewis, right now in P6 on the timing chart. Attempting to make the Clash tonight. There's 74, Kane Bailey. There's Talon Smith, 51 once again. There's Landon Johnson, your 88 car. He's going to move up to P7. There's Peyton Lizzie once more. Oh, Bailey's in the wall. He's going to look like he's going to maybe spin. He'll be back on the racetrack. So once again, there's 74 of Caden Bailey. Right now, he looks to be third on the board. Around the outside he goes. So far, it's Talon Smith top of the board. There's Lewis Bailey up top now of the board. There's Talon Smith now to second. There's Jonathan Legger on the 28 machine. There's Landon Johnson come back onto the racetrack here. That's Smith stopped them back straightaway. There's 73 of Lewis. And there's everyone else on the racetrack. There's Jonathan Legger and your number 28 Dodge. First time we're going to see Dodge Cup cars on the racetrack. So down the backstretch goes Legger, and in 3-4 he slides that race car through. Once again, so far top of the board is Caden Bailey here in this heat. With a minute left in practice, we'll go qualifying after this. So Legger sold P8 on the board. Definitely going to be wanting to improve that. Talon Smith's closing in behind him as well. 28 up the racetrack he goes. Smith to the inside, making contact. 28 nearly goes around 30 seconds or so left here. And there's Talon Smith. Matthew White not supposed to be on the racetrack. Peyton Lindsay attempting to make this race in his number 3 Pepsi Chevrolet. 20 seconds now until we go qualifying. Once again, there's a 3 of Bailey. That'll do it here in practice. As they all pull down. So practice has concluded from the Bristol Motor Speedway for the Clash Heat Race. And yeah, here we go. Time to go qualifying. Well, let's get them underway. There's Kane Bailey in the 74. There's Lewis. So, all of these cars are going to be attempting to make the Clash tonight. And down the back straightaway goes the 74 machine. 73. There's the 28 of Legger. Here's Lindsay. And Matthew White's. And Billy slides the town into 4. Gonna be on the gas. Oh, he's getting loose. Nearly goes around. That could be a bad lap here. Or maybe if you come into the green, you got 2 laps to do it here. Not what he needed to see. That was coming to that green flag in that final lap. There's Lindsay top of the board now. Lewis now 3rd. And Talon Smith. Where will he go? Billy now top of the board. Smith makes his way through this racetrack. To the checkered flag he goes. 2nd on his opening lap. That'll do it. Time is things just about expired. We're still going though. Kane Billy. Talon Smith on his final lap here. Sends it in. Where will he go on the board? He will stay 2nd. Kane Bailey will win the pole. Here in Bristol for the heat race. See them all rolling down. So that'll do it in our heat race for tonight. So we'll be underway shortly. So here we go. It's time for the Bristol Dirt Race. The heat for the Clash. So here we go. It's going to be 50 laps. Once again, caution laps do not count. The top 5 will advance to the Clash. As here we go. Ready to get this one underway tonight. Here we go. So it's the 50-lap heat race before the main event. So here we go for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Season 2 heat race at Bristol. It'll be Kane Bailey and Talon Smith on your front row. Peyton Lindsay. Lewis, I think, is going to move down. It's going to move everything a little bit down, I think. So it's the Clash heat race here in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. Ready to get this one underway for tonight. So here we go. Cars now rolling off the grid. Once again, the top 5 will advance as Bailey's got to step on the gas. Top 5 advance to the main event. As cars all roll off the grid here in the Bristol Motor Speedway. Ready to go from Bristol. They come onto the green next time by. It is 1 to go till we go green here in Bristol for the Clash Heat race. A 50-lap little heat here. Again, the top 5 will advance to the main. And that's how it's going to go for tonight. Probably don't want to be too aggressive here early. Drivers needing to advance. We roll down the back straightaway. Pace car coming up here this time by. It'll be Bailey and Smith on the front row. Coming to green. Pace car's in. And the Season 2 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Clash Heat Race is underway. Green flag underway at Bristol. Bailey with a great lead early. He's going to take that one. Lindsay to the inside of Talon Smith. Smith up the outside. Lindsay in that 3 car behind him as well. They will complete lap 1. Kane Bailey will lead. Talon Smith ripping the outside lane. Right now second. There's Peyton Lindsay. Oh, 74. Bailey got a little bit loose. Smith closing in. We'll keep an eye on that transfer spot all race long. Once again, the top 5 will go to the main event. Here in Bristol, Bailey up the racetrack. Oh, Bailey nearly goes around. He gets loose off the bottom. Smith up the outside for the lead. In the wall once again. He's sideways. They make more contact. Not what you want to really be doing here early. Do not want to get yourself taken out in this race. The 74 Bailey's going to be up the racetrack. Talon Smith to the lead. There's Lindsay to the inside of the 74. Looking to lose 2 positions here. He's just trying to rip that outside lane. Not really working out for him too well. Side by side they go. Nearly making contact. Bailey sends it in once again. Trying to rip the outside lane. Peyton Lindsay to the inside. Oh, in the wall once more. Yeah, Bailey really falling back here. Gonna fall back. Now coming on lap number 7. Right now, Jonathan Legger in that 4th position. There's the transfer spot battle. Landon Johnson looking at the inside of Lewis. They head down the front straightaway. Battle for that final transfer spot once again. Battle for P5. Johnson up the outside. Lewis holding his ground. Battle on for second. Oh, Bailey looking to the inside of Lindsay. Maybe Lindsay had an issue. Bailey now going to take advantage of that. He will pull away into second. But Talon Smith pulling a nice lead here early. Landon Johnson has moved his way up. We can actually get to it. But Lewis got back there. I think Landon Johnson had an issue. There's Jordan Herring. He's a lap down at the moment. And there's Landon Johnson falling a little bit further back from Lewis. He's in the wall once more. So these two kind of have to be careful here. Only on lap number 10 of 50 in the seat race. Oh, the 73 in the wall once more. He's riding it now. Apologize for some of the connection issues that we're having. Lewis up the outside here on lap number 11. It's been all green so far. Caution laps will not count if we get one. Lewis through that middle lane he goes. There's Landon Johnson in P6 right now. Not really where he needs to be. Repping the outside lane, trying to get a run off the corner. in his number 88 Monster Energy Chevy. Oh, Lewis once again off the bottom. Yeah, Lewis is going to have to hopefully make sure that he doesn't make a mistake. There's Jonathan Liger running solidly in these transfer spots. There's Peyton Lindsay. There's the battle for the lead starting to heat up. Jordan Herring gets put in, I think, another lap down. Johnson looks like he got to the inside. Lewis had an issue there. Down the back stretch they go. Lap number 15 up to number 50 here in this heat. Again, one single heat race for these drivers. Before we get into the main event, the clash at the Bristol Motor Speedway. It's on dirt. Once again, oh, Lewis in the wall just a little bit. He will get loose off the bottom. So Lucas Lewis, oh, nearly going around. He's sideways. Here comes Landon Johnson. Now putting pressure all over the back bumper. That's 73. I think Johnson may have had a little bit of an issue back there in that 88. Starting to fall back. Trying to rip the outside lane. Again, this is the battle for that final transfer spot. Here for the clash. Both of them ripping the outside lane. Lucas Lewis loose off the bottom once more. Will Landon Johnson start to close? Johnson rips the outside. You can see the leaders in the background there. Kane Bailey, Talon Smith. Battle for that is about a second. Starting to close up. Oh, Johnson loose. You can see the 80 Landon Johnson kind of struggling. Trying to get there. Doing all he can. You see Talon Smith in the background of this picture here, riding along with the 73 of Lucas Lewis. Again, Lucas Lewis right now in that final transfer spot. Got Landon Johnson all over his rear bumper. Talon Smith looking to actually put these guys a lap down. I think Kane Bailey had an issue back there. Gonna have to make sure that that doesn't continue. Riding along with Landon Johnson. Oh, he's in the wall once more. This allows Talon Smith to close up to the rear bumper pivot. Smith sends it in on the bottom. Johnson in the wall once again. And yeah, Landon Johnson going to lose that position. Talon Smith running the outside lane hard. As there's Lucas Lewis in the bottom. Had a little bit of an issue behind him. Also Landon Johnson having an issue. So these two really not having the greatest of races. We have hit now the halfway point here in Bristol for the heat race. Again, these are all non-playoff drivers and non-winners from last season, all put together in this heat race to see who will advance to the clash. The 73 of Lewis ripping the outside lane. See Landon Johnson, I think, having an issue back there. I think he came down to pit road. There's Peyton Lindsay, a bunch of damage on his 3 machine. This pretty much will, I think, end post for Landon Johnson of it making this race. We've gone caution-free so far. We'll see if that changes in the clash. We got our... Oh, Lewis in the wall a little bit. Looks like a wreck was happening. Definitely really struggling here in that 73. There's Jonathan Liger right now running in 4th. Doing a solid job trying to make this race. Liger ripping the outside. Now 21 to go here in Bristol. There's Peyton Lindsay down the bottom. He will rip it through the middle. So once again, coming up, it's the clash. Since this one has gone kind of faster pace than we expected, there's Jordan Herring coming down a pit road once again. Maybe kind of an issue. And then number 9 machine. Ooh, looks to be sideways there. Definitely something going on in the back end of that car. Definitely was already having a bad race, and now he's going to pull it down. Gonna hurt his chances even more. So now 18 laps to go. It's pretty much kind of even out. Everyone kind of single file here. Just trying to just end out this heat race. Don't want to really do anything stupid. There's Caden Bailey running in 2nd. He was starting to catch up to the rear bumper of Talon Smith, and then just had an issue there. Now 4 seconds behind your race leader. Legger trying to hang on to this lead lap. There's Jordan Herring coming back on the racetrack. There's the 3, Peyton Lindsay. There's the 73 of Lucas Lewis. So Herring, the closest competitor to him, he's 6 laps down, so he's really not going to really have to worry about anything. Just doesn't want to wreck the race car and DNF out of this one. There, once again, is Jordan Herring in the 9. Definitely having major issues on that race car. There is Caden Bailey in the 74 machine. Oh, car on the wall. Jonathan Liger's slapping the inside wall. Maybe a bit of an issue. That car looks to be okay at this moment. Some not really racing going on up here. This could be big. If Herring could get to the inside of the 73 Lewis, he's in the wall a little bit. I mean, Lewis does not want to hit that wall too many times. The DNF, there's the 9 getting loose. Yeah, that car is definitely, you can see the back end of that thing completely just thrown off. I don't know what's going on with him. He is just bouncing around in that number 9 car. Not having a good one tonight. Been caution-free so far here in Bristol Dirt for the heat race and the clash. Once again, top 5 advance. Caden Bailey is eating into that race lead. Now 2 seconds behind Talon Smith. Herring sending it in there. This is not really for any position here. Lucas Lewis just wants to keep the race car clean. There is Caden Bailey. Now 1.8 seconds separate him and Talon Smith. Bailey having a solid run with his new team, Redford Motorsports. We saw him in other starts last season. Didn't have the greatest of luck and speed. But now, with a brand new race team, with 8 laps to go in this heat race, trying to catch up to Talon Smith. It was just announced today that the heat race would actually allow 5 cars into it instead of 3. Instead of 3 transfer spots. So, right now, Legger, Lewis, Herring, Johnson, they all would have been out of this race already. But luckily for them, be expanded to 5. Oh, looks to be Caden Bailey getting a little bit loose there. Talon Smith trying to pull away. Oh, got a caution flag on the racetrack. First one of the night. With 6 laps to go. Yellow flag flies for the first time tonight in the heat race. It looks to be Jordan Herring, I think, went around. And the yellow flag has flown. Yeah, that lap card, Jordan Herring. Let's take a look back at what happens. We saw the other damage he had before. It looks like he was coming down a pit road, then missed his entry. And then, I don't know what happened after that. Ripped the outside lane, ooh, and then that just went too far. Lucas Lewis didn't even make contact, then hit the wall. Brings out the opening caution flag of tonight. And yeah. First yellow flag is flown for, again, the 9 of Jordan Herring. Bailey running second, so again, we don't count caution laps here in the heat race. We will count them in the clash for that 125 lap feature. But under the yellow flag for the opening time tonight. Here in Bristol. There's the 9 of Herring. Making his way around the outside. And there's Lucas Lewis. Getting free pass here in Bristol. The scoring is kind of going crazy right now, but we'll get you underway here shortly. There's the, I don't know why the 9 of Herring is making his way around the outside here. There's Lucas Lewis closing up to the rear bumper, the 28 of Legger. So once again, rolling under the yellow flag. You can see that 9 car, major damage on that number 9. Unfortunately, I think he probably would have had pretty decent speed tonight. So we'll restart with 6 to go. Yeah, that 9 car, Jordan Herring, a lot of damage. Talon Smith looking to hold on to this one. So Landon Johnson is officially retired from this race here in Bristol. Unfortunate for him. Looks like he was having a good run. Try to get into that final transfer spot. Was running 6th. But unfortunately for him, he will not advance the Clash this season. So we got 1 to go till we go green here in Bristol. Pace truck lights went out. They actually want to line up, so. I guess not. The lights went out on top of the pace truck, so I really don't know what happened there. Still ripping the outside lane goes the 51 and the 74. Trying to get up into that stuff up there. The green flag has come back out. They were doing a single file restart for some reason. Oh, what a dive in for Bailey. Bailey sends it in on the 51. They make contact! Bailey to the lead of this race. 4 laps remain. Talon Smith can't be happy about that one now. Peyton Lindsay to the inside now of Talon Smith. Side by side they go. Lindsay in the 3. He slides up the racetrack. 51 is coming around the outside. He's in the wall though. Now 3 laps to go. Peyton Lindsay in that 2nd position, looking to transfer to the Clash. '51 still in the wall once again, and Caden Bailey just pulling away. Talon Smith got door slammed by Bailey. Now he's sending it in once again in the wall. Everyone fighting for every position here. 2 laps to go. The 3 in the wall a little bit. He's going to send it in once again. I don't know what iRacing is doing. White flag. Final lap. Caden Bailey looking to take this checkered flag. As down the backstretch goes the 74. Caden Bailey made a late move to win this one. He's going to see the green checkered flag. He will win the Clash Heat Race and will advance. Other drivers advancing are Lindsay, Lewis, Smith, and Legger. Unfortunate for Herring and Lynn and Johnson to miss out after having pretty decent runs, but that'll do it. Here in the Heat Race, it is time for the main event, coming up pretty shortly. Caden Bailey wins this one. Do a little bit of a burnout. Your Clash Sheet winner. So that will do it. So yeah, again, unfortunate for some of these other cars that could not advance. There's Caden Bailey. Yeah, Talon Smith probably not too happy with Caden Bailey right now. Caden Bailey will race for a Clash win later tonight. And he looked pretty fast as well. I think him and Talon Smith are going to probably have pretty decent runs. So that'll do it here on the Heat Race. We will get you set for your main event here in a minute. So we should get some interviews here in a minute. And yeah, we'll be back in just a second. So that dude does it once again here in the Clash for the Heat Race. Congratulations, Bailey getting that win. We'll see if he wants to do an interview coming up. So we'll be coming up here in a minute. Pretty exciting finish to that heat. And Caden Bailey just kind of door slammed Talon Smith for that one, but late in that race, wasn't for really any. It wasn't for a transfer spot, obviously, but all these drivers just trying to get that win. Yeah. So we'll be coming right back in just a minute. We should have some interviews coming up. After that, we'll get your heat race underway. so we got an interview coming up. We'll be interviewing your winner, Caden Bailey. So ready to get this interview underway for Caden Bailey, your winner of the heat race. Again, made a final lap. Well, not a final lap pass, but made a lap in the final stages, passing the final stage of that race. So, again, I'm up here for an interview just in a second. Yeah, once again, congratulations to him for taking the checkered flag here in the heat. And we'll get you underway here in a second. So Caden Bailey gets the win here in the Clash Heat race. So, how are you able to make that pass with I think 3 laps to go, and we're able to get that win in the heat?
Well, I can't forget about the boys I dirt raced with, Connor Matson and all them. Um, they really taught me everything to run dirt. And when I heard we were running this, I was like, "Yep, I'm definitely going to at least finish top 5 or maybe a win at least." And I'm just happy that I got a win in this heat race and qualified on the pole.
So, what do you guys think your chances are for the actual Clash race coming up later tonight?
Well, I think I could probably get a top 10. Probably if I make my way through the field, be smart about it, uh, and make right decisions, I think I'll be able to come home with the win.
All right, well, congratulations on your heat race here in the Clash, and we'll see you in the main event.
Thank you.
So that does it. Again, congratulations to him for getting this one. We'll see if anyone else wants to do an interview. And yeah, session should launch in about 10 minutes. That's when we'll get practice underway here in the Clash. And yeah, gonna be that pretty soon. So once again, congratulations. We're gonna be doing Brandon Redford, who's gonna be just a pre-race interview here for the Clash. So again, Brandon Redford already was locked into the race because he made the playoffs and got that win last season at Nashville. So he's going to be racing in the Clash. Already was locked in, one of those drivers being locked in from the success last season. So we'll get him here for an interview just in a second. So Brandon Redford will be seeing you on track here in a second for the Clash. So what do you guys think your chances are to get a win for tonight?
I think they're pretty high. I mean, pretty good dirt racer, so expecting a good run tonight. So yeah, I think we'll be strong. I think the whole team will be. If I don't know if Jordan got in or not. I don't know what the call on that was, but I know me and Caden are going to be strong tonight. So.
All right, so we know you're a new team owner here. So what's it like being a brand new team owner here in the NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series?
So far it's been really good. First race of the season for the Cup Series and got a win, so that's great. Caden brought on a good race there. He raced hard, so we got some great drivers in this team. So it's a cool experience to be a team owner and also a driver, and to have teammates who are good racers and who are fun to communicate with, it's going to make the season a lot more fun and entertaining.
All right, well, good luck in the clash to you and your entire team.
All right. See you.
All right, so here we go. We're ready for this one. The clash comes in about 10 minutes time. Start this one for season number 2.
Sunday.
ready to get this one underway pretty soon. In about 5 minutes, we will get this practice session. And yeah, it's going to be, I guess, unofficial start to the season. For the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series, here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, it's the Clash from Bristol Dirt. Once again, we welcome you in live. Just about ready to get this one underway. So we'll see if there's any other final interviews that people would want. So far, no drivers requesting any interviews, so session about to go live here in Bristol Motor Speedway. I guess the unofficial start to the season. So once again, this Speed Weeks has already been underway. We, again, had preseason thunder last week, Friday and Saturday for the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, so that was fun. Now we come down to business here. It's time for the Clash, 125 laps. Unlike the heat race, caution laps will count here for tonight. So the yellow flag laps are going to be counting. 125 laps here around Bristol Dirt for the Clash. Over half the distance of the heat race, so got a lot of racing to look forward to tonight. Racing on dirt for the Clash. You're going to see all your NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series stars, along with the drivers that made it through the heat race. So we are just about ready to get this one underway for tonight. Who will become your first ever NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series Clash Heat winner, as we didn't have one last season? And yeah, we are just about ready to get this one underway. It's been a long off-season. We've been, I guess, on the off-season since November. So almost 2 months, about a month and a half we've been under the off-season. So a lot of stuff has changed throughout the series. But we are here and ready to go clashing. That's even a word. Now 2 minutes left. It is a word, but not whatever. So it's time for Bristol Dirt. Will we see any of your heat drivers that made it through the heat become fast? Or will we see somebody else be able to take home the win for tonight? We're about to find out. So once again, 125 laps. Just about ready to get this one underway here in the Clash. Bristol Dirt time. Here we go. It is time to get the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Clash underway. It's Bristol dirt time. Let's get this one going. Been an interesting off-season, but after all this, it's time for Clash. It's time for the Clash. So once again, you'll have your playoff drivers and winners from last season making into this Clash. Already were locked in, didn't have to do the heat race. And then you'll have your top 5 from the heat race that advanced in this Clash as well. We are just about ready to get this one underway. We welcome you live to the Season 2 of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. It's go time. Let's get the first one underway. It's the Clash, first against race. No points are awarded for this one, as it's time to go from the Clash, from Bristol Dirt. So, the first dirt race ever for this league. You haven't had a single series ever run on Bristol Dirt, so it's going to be an interesting one here tonight, so we're going to have to see how it goes. It's the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. And once again, you'll see all of your Cup Series stars from last season, and then you'll see all the drivers who didn't have a good season last season, but unfortunately for them, some of them did not run well at all. And were not able to make it to the Clash. And then you have a bunch of rookies in this as well. And we're just going to see how this one goes for tonight. It is the Bristol Motor Speedway. Time to get this one underway. It's Clash time. Once again, we'll be up first for practice and qualifying. That's how this one will roll for tonight. We welcome you live to Bristol Motor Speedway once again. They've kind of cleaned up the track a little bit, getting us ready for practice here at Bristol. Are starting to roll off the grid. There's Payson Lindsay. And that number 97 car. There's Brandon Redford. Brand new paint scheme and a race car for 2024. For the 47 of Redford. Brand new team as well, so a lot of new for this 47 team. He had an interesting season last time that we went racing. There's 5 of Cole Clausen, one of those drivers who made the championship for last season. Looking to back it up in season number 2. So practice is underway for the Clash. Payson Lindsay off the board first, one of those drivers who raced their way into this event. There's Caden Bailey, another one of those drivers who raced their way in. The 97 now of Lindsay, able to change his number. There's the 77 of Kevin Hunsicker. Brand new paint scheme and race team for him. With 1 win on the season last time around. 2023. Now coming in 2024, he's looking to have another strong year. There's Matthew White in the 7 machine, his teammate. Caden Bailey goes top of the board. There's Jonathan Legger. Had an interesting race. He just made his way through, fortunately for him, in that heat race. There's Aiden Walker in the 93. Jonathan Legger would go over P5. McLaughlin slides his way around. There's Matthew White. So far it's the Redford Motorsports cars, 1 and 2. Top of the board for Bailey and Redford. Strong already. There's Hunsicker. I mean, White's going to go over to P4. Jonathan Legg on the 28 machine. There's Caden Bailey. The cars are the blind so far. Brand new Ford Mustang most of these teams are running. There's Cole Clausen in the 5. Aiden Walker. New team formed for him. Spike Shine Racing. He's going to be their star driver of the season with now 5 minutes left here. Running in at P8. Looking to improve a little bit here. Going to head down the front straightaway in that number 93 car. led this league with 5 wins last season. He will stay P8. Lindsay up to P2 now. Past Brandon Redford. So far, top of the board is Peyton Bailey. Matthew White with an issue. He's going to be in the wall. There's his teammate. Kevin Huntsicker around the outside. He's going to go. Jonathan Lager. Oh, Bailey having an issue on the front straightaway. He's going to slam into the wall. There is Brandon Redford. Taking Lindsay up there as well. Cole Clausen right now in P8. Looking to get a little bit better than that. Then there's Kane Bailey. Redford slides it around. Here's Hooters Ford Mustang. Once again, no points are going to be awarded tonight. There's Clavicle Clausen up here on the outside. So far, it's Caden Bailey, top of the board. Sliding that thing around. Ooh, he drives down the pit road. Jonathan Lager right now, P7. Clausen in the wall a little bit. Oh, and there goes White. He's going to hit his teammate. Not what PLR really needed to see there. There's Boston coming down a pit. Redford, a little bit loose there. Jonathan Lager with some damage on his race car. There again is Brandon Redford in that number 47. So once again, there's Bailey is top of the board. So I think missing Talon Smith and another driver, I believe. And there's some other cars sitting down pit road. Oh, Huntsicker! Once again having an issue. And Redford will slam into... Oh! Big wreck ahead of them, though. There's Matthew White in the 7. There is Aiden Walken, the 9-3. We'll go qualifying under 2 minutes here at Bristol Motor Speedway. So, Walker, he's right now P6 on the board. As more cars come on to the racetrack to make possibly their final run. Side by side, Peyton and Lindsay to the inside of Caden Bailey. There's 74 Bailey heading down the straightaway. "30 seconds remain as they have an issue there. There's Bailey in the wall. Matthew White sliding that thing around. Right now he's P4. There's 73 of Lucas Lewis. One of those drivers that transferred into this race via the heat race. So it's time to qualify here in Bristol. Cole Clausen's number 5. That'll do it. Brandon Redford goes top of the board. Kane Billy, his teammate from P2. So Redford Motorsports already having an amazing run. As that'll do it here in quali. Practice, I mean. Time to qualify. Who will sit on the pole for a clash? Here comes Hunsicker. Lager, White. Everyone rolling onto the racetrack. There's Hunsicker on the 77 up the racetrack with Lucas Lewis rolling there. There's Lager on that number 28. Lindsay in the 97. Redford top of the board. Bailey second. On their coming to their final lap. Can Bailey improve? He will send it in there. Looking to sit on the pole. Once you're up to third, Lewis now seventh. Bailey will not improve. He will stay there. There's Redford running it down. Oh, Hunsiker's gone around. That'll end his qualifying. Lucas Lewis looking to improve here. Oh, he's in the wall, though. Major issue there. And it looks like that'll just about do it here in Bristol Motor Speedway. So here we go from Bristol. Just about ready to get this one underway. Here we go from the Bristol Motor Speedway. There's Walker, actually. He went P2. Probably didn't catch that. So we welcome you live to the Bristol Motor Speedway here for tonight. It's the NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series Clash. Here we go. So we are ready to go underway here. 125 laps in the Clash. Looking through the field. Cars roll off. Here for the clash is Brandon Redford on the pole. Aiden Walker going to be starting in P2. Peyton Bailey, Kevin Hunter making up that second row. Payson Lindsay, Matthew White, Lucas Lewis, Jonathan Langer, and Cole Clausen. $125 laps here for tonight on the Bristol Motor Speedway. Pace truck rolls down the back straightaway, coming to green this time by. After a long wait and a long off season, we're ready to send them off. The official iRacing pace truck is in. The Season 2 NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series Clash for Bristol Dirt is underway. Bailey up to that second position, side by side. Now to the inside goes Walker. Walker's falling back just a little bit. Hayden and Bailey on the move. Caution flag is flown the first time here tonight. Not sure what it's for. Look back through the field. Looks to be Payson Lindsay with major damage on his number 97 here early. Already caution flag flies. Let's take a look what happened. Went side by side Hunsicker. Ooh! Just turns the 77 hard in the wall into his barrels he goes. That'll bring up the yellow flag for the first time here tonight. Unfortunate there. Payson Lindsay. And Meese get it up here. We can see a ton of damage to that wheel. That thing is pretty much destroyed. So against the first yellow flag here tonight. Caution flag flies from Bristol. There's the 5 Cole Clausen. He's running 8th. There's Jonathan Lager in P7 at the moment. There's Lucas Lewis having a decent run in P6. Matthew White inside the top 5. There's Hunsicker, who's involved in that wreck. I mean, Payson Lindsay, who was the one who turned him, kind of got the worst of that. But yeah, under the yellow flag here in Bristol for the opening time tonight. They won about 45 laps in the heat race with that yellow flag, but then you bring on the Cup Series stars, and then we have chaos. So once again, Walker 3rd, and Redford Motorsports runs 1 and 2 in their Cup Series debut. Again, Brandon Redford leading this race right now. Peyton Bailey in P2. So once again, they roll down the back straightaway. Brandon Redford with the rear bumper of that pace truck. So we should be coming at 1 to go till green this time by. As Redford will bump draft the pace car just a little bit. So very early in this clash here. On lap number 7. 1 to go till we restart. It'll be a Redford Motorsports front row. Unfortunately for their 2 other cars, we're not able to make this race. So then the Jordan Herring machine, he really had a bad issue there. So Payson Lindsay still sitting on pit road. Definitely unfortunate for him. He looks like he's going to have a good run tonight. But here we go, coming back to green. Redford will lead him off once again, your pole sitter. Pace truck's in. And the Clash for Bristol Alert is back underway. Hayden Bailey drafts the rear bumper. That's 47 machine. They head down the back straightaway. Redford trying to pull away. But his teammate Bailey trying to put pressure on him. They both slide around. Into the line they go to complete lap number 9. Aiden Walker starting to put pressure on the rear bumper. That's 74, Hayden Bailey. Redford trying to pull away. As the two Redford Motorsports cars seem to be really fast here early. They run 1 and 2 at the moment. Hayden Bailey starting to catch up to the rear bumper of that 47 car. Hayden Bailey, again, one of those dirt track ringers, looking to meet side by side with his team owner, Brandon Redford. Redford up the track a little bit. Walker coming to the run. Bailey looking inside. They all slide around. Walker hits the fence just a little bit. Now getting a run on Hayden Bailey. Bailey up the racetrack. Kind of slides, has to get out of the gas. Again, there won't be any scheduled yellow flags here, as the yellow flag actually has flown for the second time tonight. Oh, Lucas Lewis goes around. He will spin out as the yellow flag flies here for the second time in this race. Let's take a look what happens. Side by side. Oh, got loose there on the bottom. Oh, Legger got loose as well, and then they make contact. Legger may have gone around. He's actually able to save. Hits the wall just a little bit. So far the wrecks we've seen are kind of in the back half of the field, and the yellow flag will fly. Actually, talk. There is 28 of Legger coming out of pit road, getting service on his number 28 Dodge. So just 15 laps complete so far here for tonight. There's Pace and Lindsay sitting there on pit road. Some damage. There's Lucas Lewis. Looks to be okay, mostly. Just some body damage on his race car. But Brandon Redford still leads this race. Once again, working this second caution flag of tonight. We're now lap number 16 of this race. We're going to get probably a long green flag run. I mean, it's crazy. They all decided in the heat race, they were going to race clean for 45 laps straight and then have a caution flag with like 3 to go. And now in the actual race, where there's all these Cup Series winners and playoff drivers from last season, it's kind of a mess. So far early. 2 yellow flags within 16 laps. Heat race only had 1 yellow flag, so we've already beaten that. Once again, we won't have like a stage break or anything like that. We'll just go all the way. No scheduled yellow flags after this. As there's Walker, I don't know what he's doing. We're gonna go side by side. So we might be coming a 1 to go this time by. As there's 47 of Brandon Redford, kind of slowing up. Pace truck still has the lights on, so we'll be coming a 1 to go probably next time by. And there's the 73 of Lucas Lewis, who just came out onto the racetrack after coming down pit road. Jonathan Legger also did that. As they all roll. With your Chevrolet Silverado official iRacing pace truck leading the field. But Brandon Redford leading on track. So we are just a week away from the FedEx ARCA Series race from Daytona. The ARCA iRacing FedEx Series goes to Daytona International Speedway for their one and only race of the season next Thursday night. So in exactly a week, we will see ARCA cars on track at Daytona. Hard to believe Daytona is just about here. When we wrap up from the Clash, we will go to Daytona 500 practice early next week. Got a lot to look forward to in Speed Weeks, as Speed Weeks continues for this race here in the Clash. And it's 1 to go till we restart. Brandon Redford and his teammate Caden Bailey on the outside once again. Coming back to green. Pace truck is in. Green flag. Walker and Bailey side by side behind him. Walker sends it in. He is clear of Caden Bailey. See Hunsinger there as well, getting loose. Now Walker all over the rear bumper. Brandon Redford is just a little bit loose there. Bailey sending it in as well. Oh, Redford had an issue. Side by side for the lead. Redford sends it in there. Maybe overcooking the corner just a little bit. Here they come. Walker to the inside of Redford for the race lead. The 93 will lead to that at the line there. Oh, contact is made. Walker's loose off the corner. Here comes Bailey to the inside for the lead. Oh, he's going to wreck the leader. Big wreck happening. Caution's going to come out. Oh my God. Caden Bailey just dumped the race leader. So let's take a look at what happens. Let's take a look. For the lead. Yeah, flat out just kind of dumped in there. Collects his teammate, collects Matthew White. Hard hit for Kevin Hunsicker. That'll bring out the yellow flag once again. As there is Walker coming down the pit road. Unfortunate for him. There's a lot of damage to that 77. Well, that was interesting. Matthew White some damage as well. Caden Bailey and Brandon Redford still lead the field. Some damage on the race cars. So, big wreck at the front of the field here early. Drivers deciding it's not time to race clean. Ready the third yellow flag. Once again rolling under the yellow flag here. There's Aiden Walker back on the racetrack. Probably not going to be too happy with Caden Bailey there. He pretty much just dumped him and caused like a 5-car accident. Walker probably not going to be too happy with the Redford Motorsports driver. Matthew White looks like he's going to stay out here. It was a great battle for the race lead. About 3 cars battling it out until they, wrecked, but unfortunate. I don't know what Caden Bailey is doing up there. Looks like he's just going to drop back here and let the pace car by. So still leading as he has most of this race so far, Brandon Redford. He got the lead actually when Bailey just completely dumped Aiden Walker. So, interesting moment. There's Bailey coming to the outside. So only a 5th through this race so far. So we've already had 3 yellow flags. It's been interesting. They were so clean in the heat race, and then now that we get to actually official racing, it's all hell breaks loose. So Walker will stay on the lead lap. So far, Lewis is a lap down, looking to get the free pass. Pace and Lindsay back on the racetrack. Going to be 21 laps down, unfortunately. Not the run that he needed tonight. He's going to be attempting the Daytona 500 later this month. Here we go. Pace car is in. Ready to restart him once more. Green flag. I think Redford Motorsports definitely, as they have their two cars, 1 and 2 at the moment, definitely kind of wants to conserve their probably tires and race cars. Don't be racing too hard here early, only in that number 27. There's Bailey wrapping the outside. Now Matthew White looking to the inside. Gonna try to get there. Oh, Bailey slaps the wall. So Caden Bailey behind his teammate, Brandon Redford. About a half-second gap now as he's going to try to close it up. Oh, the 47 Energy who got loose off the corner. And now the 74 to the lead. Side by side they go for the lead of this race. It's still Redford with it. Bailey wrapping the outside. Here he comes. Big run coming now. Redford loose on the bottom. Getting loose once more. Matthew White closing up into this battle once again. So is Cole Clausen. White to the outside. That's Aiden Walker. He's back. Maybe looking to get some retaliation from the 74 to Caden Bailey. Bailey wrapping the outside lane. Here comes Walker to his inside. May need to be concerned, Aiden Walker. Battle on for P2. Walker sending it in on fresh tires here. That's going to make a big difference. Brandon Redford also on older tires than Aiden Walker. That 25 lap difference. So that does make a little bit of difference even here on dirt. Redford hanging on at the moment. Aiden Walker looking to send it in once more. Battle for the lead heating up. Old tires up front, fresh tires in P2. See just how big of a difference it was. Aiden Walker really was probably like the third best car on the racetrack until now. Brandon Redford trying to hang on as he has most of this race. Your pole sitter. Still leading here at Bristol. Kind of struggling there. There's Walker to his rear bumper. He looks to the inside, can't get there yet. Redford slides up the racetrack. Walker to the outside. Walker gonna use that outside lane to his advantage. Gonna try to get a run. Has to use up these fresh tires pretty quickly. As he starts to fall a little bit further back. Once again, no points racing is going on right now, but just a great battle for the lead. Walker look inside once again. Oh, Redford has an issue. Side by side they go. Walker sends it in. Can Redford make a crossover move? Did I gas it up? He's still there inside. Contact is made. Walker up the racetrack. Here comes Brandon Redford. Looking inside. But new leader here in Bristol Dirt, it's Aiden Walker. On those fresh tires, takes the lead of this race. On lap number 41 of this clash. Aiden Walker is definitely a driver that all these other drivers are going to have to watch out for all season long. Was one of the best last season. And now coming into his second season in FedEx. Looking to improve even more. We'll go through the field as Walker on those fresh tires starts to pull away. Brandon Redford running in P2. Already locked into this race from his round of 6 appearance and his 1 win at Nashville last season. It was a good season last year, but a lot of inconsistent DNFs he had. Looking to improve that here in Season 2 in 2024. There is Caden Bailey, one of your dirt track drivers. Looking to make the most of this one tonight. New team with Redford Motorsports. They've had a great night so far. Qualified on pole. Bailey won his heat race. Your furthest up driver that's furthest up who actually raced their way in. Looking to have a good season here for Redford Motorsports. There is Matthew White, your defending NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series champion. He's had a very quiet night so far, running in 4th. His teammate Kevin Hunter was involved in an accident, and that took him out of this race already on the 45th lap. We got a battle here side by side for P2. Bailey to the inside of Brandon Redford. Redford starting to fall back, maybe on these older tires. Walker, freshest tires of the field. At least he's running up here. He's able to just pull away. Redford sends it in once more. Oh, but he gets loose. Has to jump out of the gas there. Starting to struggle in that 47. Will Caden Bailey be able to track down Aiden Walker? As these tires start to wear even more, we could see the advantage go away for that 93 of Walker. You see Brandon Redford now back to 3rd. There is, again, Matthew White, your defending champion, 4th. There's the pace truck. There's Jonathan Legger, his first full-time season here in the NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series. Ran the Daytona 500 last season. That was the only race he attempted. Also ran the ARCA race, and I believe the Truck Series race in Speed Weeks. So he'll be full-time. Racing for a championship. There's Cole Clausen. Actually, I don't know where he went. There's Lucas Lewis right now. Cole Clausen with a little bit of an issue, I mean. Lewis ran the season finale at Chicagoland last time around. There's Walker on the outside. He'll be full-time this season. Not having an issue, gonna let the leader go. He raced his way into this clash, but unfortunately not having the night he wants tonight. There's Brandon Redford once again. There's Cole Clausen in the 5. A lap down being scored right now, so maybe a little bit of an issue for that 5 car. Oh, in the wall. Made it to the championship 4. He's now riding the wall here with 0 wins. And now probably a bunch of damage to the right side of that number 5. Not really what he needed to see. Who's coming down the pit road. Caden Bailey is starting to put a little bit of a gap between himself and Brandon Redford and starting to eat up on that gap of Aiden Walker. Still pretty early in this race, so gonna have to try to keep it clean. This is about where the heat race ended, 3 laps after the heat race ended. Lap number 53 now. Sun has basically gone down, and it seems like Aiden Walker's car has really been liking that. Redford was really good in the sun before, but now as the sun has gone down, it's pretty much under darkness here at Bristol. Seems like his car is starting to struggle. Caden Bailey closing up the gap. The 93 of Walker. Walker still leads this race. Once again on fresher tires than everyone else inside the top 6 or so. Caution flag is flown, though. So the yellow, oh, it looks to be Cole Clausen in the wall. So the number 5 hits the wall. That's Cole Clausen. Rolls down here. Let's take a look at what happens. So he was struggling a lot. Actually, just got put a lap down. Got loose, hit the cone, actually. Really, I think that car has some damage on the right side of... Ooh, that just got away from him. In front of the pack he goes, some cars coming, so really kind of had to throw the yellow flag as the leaders were starting to come up to his rear bumper. So the caution has flown once again for the 4th time here in Bristol. Lap number 57. It's going to be interesting to see if anyone comes down pit road. There's Redford, Bailey. They all roll down pit road. Walker's going to be staying out here. So these drivers behind him will be on fresher tires. They come down a pit. The 2 Redford Motorsports cars. Some of the first couple of pit boxes. Brandon Redford, your pole sitter, with that number 1 pit stall. Here they come. Who will be off first? Good stop for Bailey. He's going to beat Brandon Redford out. Redford kind of sitting here for just a little bit on pit road. Lager stays out as well. And then number 28. So the yellow flag out here once again at Bristol. Just about 60 laps into the heat. There's Redford going to be off now. Maybe making a bit of damage repair to that number 47. So fresh tires for Caden Bailey. We saw him closing up the gap to Aiden Walker here, so even on those older tires, so we'll see what he's able to do. As Caden Bailey rolls down the back straightaway here in Bristol. And we will extend the yellow flag another lap. Just waiting for the rest of the race cars to catch up to us. So it's going to be interesting to see what Caden Bailey can do open that outside lane. We'll see if he can get a run here on the restart. We've seen the inside kind of prevail, but they sort of run the outside lane during the race. And Caden Bailey has been great at sending it in there. Already got that win in the heat. What a night it could be if Caden Bailey could sweep both races. Came into this as an underdog, obviously, with very little success so far in his NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series career. But now in the 74 car, one of those dirt track ringers, getting ready to come to green. Bailey got a little bit loose there on fresher tires than in Walker, kind of messing those corners up. Oh, Walker with a little bit of an issue there off the corner. Started to lose some momentum. They head down the back straightaway. Bailey closing up the gap. Caden Bailey sending it in once more, nearly making contact with the 93. Oh, he's in the wall! And now really losing positions. Time at least. Not too many positions yet. He cannot be doing that. I don't think he should be racing this hard this early here in Brandon Redford. Lost a couple of spots on pit road, starting to regain them. You're a pole sitter. So Caden Bailey knows he has the fresher tires. He's just got to be smart. There's Aiden Walker in that 93 car, trying to run away with the race lead. As Matthew White and Brandon Redford battle here for this position, Redford will try to get him. Redford Motorsports cars are extremely fast this weekend. Starting off their career strong. There, I think Walker had an issue. Here comes Bailey to his rear bumper. Bailey just keeps on getting a little bit loose there. Cannot keep making mistakes like that. Walker looking to send in once more. We'll see if Brandon Redford can be able to join this battle. Hayden Bailey right now in P2. But starting to pull away is the 93 of Walker. Early in this race, in the sun, and in practice and qualifying, this 93 car of Aiden Walker kind of looks to be about a 4th, 5th place car. But when the sun went down, and a lot of other stuff happened later in this race, this car has picked up the pace. Second gap between him and Caden Bailey. Bailey knows he has a great shot to win tonight. There's Cole Clausen coming out of pit road. Another issue for that 5. They slide through the corner here, Bristol. We're gonna run. Oh, we got a car on the wall ahead of him. It's be Lucas Lewis. Slaps the wall just a little bit. He's gonna move to the inside. Let Walker around. As you let the second place car, Caden Bailey, go around him as well. Lap number 74. Might as well, as Bailey has an issue back there, but might as well hit you guys with the first crank it up of the season. As we welcome you back from Crank It Up. Caden Bailey has lost about now 5 seconds. And that number 74, really struggling here. Needs probably a caution flag coming up quick. Oh, in the wall. Yeah, this 74 car not having a good run. Aiden Walker just able to pull away. the 74 Bailey really struggling here. It looks like it was going to be his night. But unfortunately, so far, in the later stages of this race, not going the way he needs it to go. There's your race leader. Walker in the 93. I mean, debut teams are doing a great job right now. Spike Shine Racing leading here, and Redford Motorsports started on pole and now running second and third. So their first ever starts, these debut teams are beating out the regulars. As Walker has now pulled an 8.8 second. Incredible what he's doing right now. Kane Bailey's car is just not driving the way he needs it to drive at the moment. He wants a caution flag. He doesn't want to be the caution flag. But yeah, Brandon Redford, his teammate not really falling back, closing up on me either. Back into the number 47 car seems to be a little bit more tame. But definitely not closing up. So a 10.2 now second gap for Aiden Walker. Matthew White isn't having put a lap down. Just the insane pace this 93 has put on. Matthew White, you're defending NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series champion. Now being put a lap down. So, coming to lap number 94 here in the Clash at Bristol Dirt. There's Brandon Redford running now in P3. Okay, and Bailey, his teammate has an issue in front of him. Here he comes to the outside for second. Again, second doesn't matter. No points that are going to be awarded in this race. It's all for the win. Redford running the outside lane. Bailey to the bottom, trying to hang on. Redford does not really need to be held up too much here by this 74 car. He is his teammate. I'm pretty sure he's going to be as nice to his own race car that he owns. But here he comes to the inside. Sends it in there. Bailey loose, really falling back, and now Brandon Redford a second. Caden Bailey in that number 97 car, 474 car, I'm sorry, falling back. Yeah, these Redford Motorsports cars definitely praying for a yellow flag sometime soon. Bailey in the wall. He's about to be the caution flag. If he doesn't keep it straight, around he goes. He's going to spin it out. And sitting in the racetrack, no yellow flag yet. We will keep it green. Bailey still sitting here. We'll fire back up on the racetrack. And try once again. There's Matthew White. Well, now we've crossed over to lap number 100. There's Walker just destroying the field at this point. Starting to catch. I mean, this isn't. I have never seen anything like this in my life. He's starting to catch P2. He's about to lap the entire field. Brandon Redford trying to hang on. So I'm kind of surprised no caution flag was flying there. For Caden Bailey going around. Now Bailey falls back to 4th. Not what he needed to do. No yellow flag. Yeah, I know Brandon Redford definitely hoping for a yellow flag sometime soon with now 23 laps to go here in the Bristol Dirt Clash. Definitely is time for one. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten one after how this race started out. There's Caden Bailey still sliding that thing around. Don't think he came down to pit road. Isn't eligible for the free pass either yet. Yeah, that number 74 has had... He's pretty much been the star of the show all night long. Won his heat race. He dumped the leader for that and then dumped the leader in this race. Was sliding this race car all around and now spun out here late. Giving it everything he can in P2. And there is Redford trying to hang on. Aiden Walker. Usually this would be the battle for the lead, but no, this is the battle to stay on the lead lap. I mean, this has never happened in any... We haven't even gotten close to this in series history. Lapping the entire field. But Aiden Walker looks like he's just about to do it. After a chaotic night, Walker looks to the inside. Looking to make NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series history. Oh, Redford loose. He's in the wall once again. Here's Walker to the rear bumper. Brandon Redford trying to hang on. Coming down to 17 to go. Redford actually starting to kind of pull away. He wants to stay in the lead lap for obvious reasons. There's Caden Bailey, his teammate. We're gonna see what he can do. Caden Bailey, if he sits in front of one of these cars, I'm assuming he would try to sit in front of the 93. Give Redford at least a chance if the yellow flag was able to fly. Oh, Walker sends it in deep. Contact is made. Bailey moves out of the way. But now he's in front of the 93. Brandon Redford loose on the bottom. And Aiden Walker has just made NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series history. He has officially lapped everyone up to second place. It's an unofficial race, technically. It's the Clash. Doesn't really matter, but... He is unofficially, I guess, made NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series history. We'll get to the inside of Bailey, easily clearing him. And looking to just set sail for 13 more laps to be able to claim the Clash. It's kind of a story of two races. Looks like before, this 93 car was just did not have the pace to contend for this lead. It looks like the Redford Motorsports cars were incredible. Unfortunately for them, sun went down, their cars kind of went away from them, and Walker really picked up the pace. Caden Bailey has been praying for a yellow flag for the last 50 laps. Unfortunately for him, hasn't gotten one. As Redford had an issue. I mean, but Walker isn't lapping slow cars. He just lapped Brandon Redford and Matthew White. I mean, Cole Clausen he's lapped. Kevin Hunter out of this race. A bunch of Championship 4 drivers that made it to the Championship 4 last time around. As Brandon Redford in that 47 car slides around. So, with 9 laps to go, I'm kind of surprised oh, Kane Bailey had an issue back there. Maybe a caution flag, possibly. No, not yet. We will keep it green. Kane Bailey just with another issue. He can put 2 laps down, still in P4. So yeah, it's probably been one of the most insane races we've had. Not on track, I guess, but just with the scoring right now. Oh, Kane Bailey, in the wall once again. He's getting sideways. I mean, Walker does not need to see this. Brandon Redford could have a contention for the win if he gets the free pass. 6 laps remain here in Bristol. Caden Bailey really struggling here. Honestly, really surprised. He looks so strong throughout the entire day until now. Very unfortunate for him. 5 laps remain in the Bristol Dirt Clash here for Season 2 of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. Now 4 laps to go. White has just been put 2 laps. This is one of the most insane races I've ever watched. Again, not on track, but I mean, unbelievable what Aiden Walker has been able to do. With now 3 to go. Caution is flown! And it's multiple cars around. This possibly changes everything. Looks like the 28 goes around. Let's take a look at what happens. Oh, Caden Bailey sends it in on the corner. Contact is made, and around they go hard on the wall for Bailey. And this one was warning a caution this time. Wow. Well, this changes everything. I mean, Redford's a lap down, but he's going to get the free pass. And Aiden Walker's new record is about to be pretty much destroyed. You can't lap the entire field in 2 laps. It's not possible. We'll just have to wait and see how all the scoring works out. I'm pretty sure Brandon Redford is going to get the free pass here. Going to be back on the lead lap and be back in contention for the win. I would not have thought that about like 3 laps ago, but definitely interesting. We'll see if Aiden Walker selects to come down pit road. I'm assuming Redford and Walker would want to come down a pit. It'll be overtime definitely when we come back to the green flag. Now working the 5th caution here. Gonna be 2 laps to go. There's Legger making his way around. There's Caden Bailey and Redford. He needed this caution more than anything at this point. It's been a long night so far for all these race car drivers. Some of them were even racing in the heat race. Caden Bailey, it's been probably such a long night. One is heat race, but unfortunately, you can take a look at that 74 car, completely destroyed. Pace truck's in already. Green flag! Oh, Redford did not need to see that. 2 laps to go now. Walker pulling away. Redford, for some reason, the 7 car, Matthew White started ahead of him. Coming to the 1 to go signal this time by Aiden Walker. 1 lap to go from Bristol. What a race he put on tonight. The 93 of Walker makes his way down the back straightaway for the final time. Aiden Walker will see the checkered flag. He's going to win the Bristol Dirt Clash for Season 2. He takes the checkered flag. Aiden Walker wins the clash. He has done it once more. Once again. Walker comes to the front straightaway, a dominant late stage of this race. First half was dominated by Redford Motorsports. The second half, dominated by Aiden Walker. This is definitely a familiar sight. Aiden, no smoke coming out of those tires for the 93, obviously, because it's dirt. But yeah, definitely a familiar sight here in the NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series. The 93 of Walker burning it down. He does it once again. Your winner of the Clash, Aiden Walker. So that'll do it for the Clash tonight. We'll see if anybody wants to do an interview. We'll obviously try to get your winner on an interview here. And then we'll see what happens after that. So we'll see if he's gonna say yes to an interview here. As that wraps up the Clash for this season of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series. We'll see if you can get any of your other drivers here for an interview. And yeah, Aiden Walker, we're gonna get here in a second. So Aiden Walker with a dominant second half of this race here tonight. So you almost like lapped the entire field at the end there. So unfortunately that caution came out. How are you able to dominate this second half of this race when the sun went down here in Bristol?
Really, with how the track was changing, it made it where the inside was a little strong, to say the least. So it just made it where it was so strong you could just straight up, just run it on the bottom, put the apron, we'll put the left front right on the apron, so where it would just keep it straight. um, sorry about that. Yeah, it was just where you could just keep it straight for most of the corner, and it's just it felt just a little too gripped up at the end there, just with how it would just, yeah, it was just so gripped up at the end there. It was kind of hard to like do much if you're in second place. So once I figured the entire track out, which kind of I had a little less practice because I didn't realize my Training Paints Pro went out today. So that's why you didn't see one of my good cars. It was one of my cars I made 2 years ago. So overall, it was a really good race.
All right, once again, congratulations on this win. What kind of momentum does this give you guys going into the actual season?
It'll give a lot of momentum, although I won't be able to run the first race due to me racing in real life. I should be running most other races since it won't be on a Saturday. Hopefully it does go well though, because I know that usually a season's really just a interesting one. This interview's very bad. Yeah. It should be an interesting season, especially with Talon Smith. That's someone I know can be really competitive. So,
All right, well we'll see you in the next race you're able to do.
all right,
And
thank you,
once again, congratulations on your win.
thank you.
All right, that'll do it. We'll see if anybody else wants to pick an interview here. And yeah. that will do it here in Bristol Dirt for tonight. We'll see if anybody else wants an interview, but after that, that'll be done. That'll do it for tonight. Actually, we're going to get one more interview here. It's Kane Bailey, who I think came home with a P4 finish. So Kane Bailey comes home in the 4th position for tonight. So we saw you win the heat race earlier, which was a great moment. But what more do you guys need to get the win for tonight in the actual clash?
Yeah, we were kind of messing up here and there, but yeah, I was coming up. Well, really, it was just about damage mostly. I had tire damage, I had wheel damage, everything, every sort of kind of damage, and I was still keeping up to the leader until I started messing up on my line. But I think me and Refer needs to work on some stuff, and I don't think that chassis will be usable for next season though.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on your heat win that was earlier in the day. And yeah, so that'll wrap up for the clash for you guys, and we'll see you guys in Daytona.
Thank you. See y'all in Daytona, boys.
All right, that'll do it. As that does it for the interview, that'll also do it for the night. We hope you enjoyed tonight. NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series Bristol Dirt Clash. That'll wrap it up. It's Daytona time. Coming up next. NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series Daytona 500 practices, I think, Tuesday next week. Tuesday night, we will see you for the Great American Race Practice. That will do it. The Clash, and on behalf of all officials, team owners, race officials, race control, drivers, and everyone involved in this series, I am Ethan Trendler, your league owner and broadcaster host of the NASCAR Racing FedEx Cup Series all season long. We'll see you in Daytona. Good night from Bristol.